Hey everybody, and welcome to The Void, a show dedicated to filling the void between being an employee and becoming self-employed. Most people refer to starting their own company as taking the leap, as if they're blindly jumping off a cliff and into the unknown. This show is here to help you understand that it doesn't have to be that way. As always, if you like what you're hearing on the show, please do us a favor and help share The Void with someone who might be wanting to start their own company. We saw an opportunity to help others understand that self-employment is well within your reach, and just as our businesses have grown organically and by word of mouth, we want this show to grow the same way. So if you see somebody asking questions about starting their own service-based business, please do us a favor and send them a link to the show. I'm your host, Mitch Smedley, and with me as always is David Hilton.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
Merry Christmas.
What do we got, 2 days?
It's Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. That means I'm off work, I'm going to get fucking tanked. Like, that's what it used to mean.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in your 20s.
It's like the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, and the local watering hole is full of
trash.
Kids that have come back from college.
I had my Christmas hat on, but, dude, it
didn't work.
I couldn't hear. It's hot.
It is hot.
It wasn't good. So I got rid of it.
It's hot outside.
Man, it's nice outside.
It's going to be 73 degrees on Christmas here.
I think I'm going fishing on Friday.
Dude,
it's going to be, like, it's almost January.
So the local, I have to try to find the picture. One of the local meteorologists had like the whole KC metro area, and it was like all in red. Most of it was in red, and it was like areas that will not see a white Christmas, and it was like all red. And then there was this big area of yellow, and it's like, we'll also not see a white Christmas, but yellow.
That's good shit.
It's like we're 40 degrees away from even being possible to see a white Christmas this
70.
year. Yeah.
Man, I don't care about white Christmas because I'm old now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking forward to if I ever get to retire and, like, put lights on a palm tree somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, experience the other half.
The Corona.
Know? It's Christmas.
Vacation.
I'm going to go outside. It's nice. It's fantastic. I'm ready for that. Now, Layla, she wants to sled and build snowmen and all that, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a little hit for her, but I'll take it, man.
Yep.
I'll take it. I have, before I forget, I have some bad news.
Uh-oh.
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Do I want...
Choose one. Choose one first.
I want the bad news.
You want the bad news
bad
first?
News Bears kind of guy.
The bullet glass didn't make it.
The bullet didn't make it?
Nope.
The other one did.
Yep. And I know now what you mean by exploding.
Oh, did it pop?
Dude, so I go home. I didn't want to tell you, but I thought I'd tell you. I go home, I rinse it out, I dry it off, I set it on the counter, I eat. Janine gets up. She's like, oh, these are cool. I'm like, yeah, they're cool. When I go down to the office, I'm going to take them down and put them in my case. She's like, okay. So we're just sitting there in the living room. I hear this pink. So what the fuck was that? I go in there, it's fucking everywhere.
Golly.
Dude. I have no idea.
That's crazy.
It's got to be some kind of...
I don't know.
I mean, does glass...
When I was researching them...
expand and contract, like, off of temperature?
Yes.
Oh, well, then that had to be what it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just got to my house and...
Yeah. Maybe you washed it in...
I didn't even wash it.
Crazy hot water and it was cooling off? No.
Turned the cold water on. I rinsed it out.
I mean, you're going to put cold liquid in it.
That's what I'm saying. I drank out of it, so I was like, I'll just rinse it out. So I rinsed it out, dried it with a paper towel, set it there. It sat there for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It was there a long time.
They don't break when you're near them.
No.
Unless it stabs into your arm.
I'm like, what the fuck is that? I go in there, fucking glass everywhere. I was like, God damn it.
Wow.
My heart was broke. But
interesting.
The broadhead one made it.
Well, that's good.
No issues.
That one's a lot thicker of a glass, too.
Yeah. I think that might...
We'll see.
Play part of it.
It's probably broken right now in your office.
Oh, no. It's not. It's not. I was in there before I came here. So, good news is I got you a little something for Christmas.
Uh-oh.
No, don't say uh-oh.
No uh-oh.
No uh-oh. The best part is I had Layla wrap it.
You wrapped? Oh,
no,
I
didn't.
Layla
Dude,
wrap
you
it.
fucker, I didn't wrap that.
This is probably a middle finger from Layla.
No.
You love having her do your dirty work.
No, I do. But no, I didn't. It's not a big deal. I think you may actually...
It's made in China.
Of course it's made in China. Everything's fucking made in China. You and I are both... Stop it. are very hard to shop for. We just buy whatever we want, right?
Yeah.
But I thought this is something he may not buy for himself, and I love mine, so I got one for you. He's looking. He's like, what is this?
Oh, it's a holster.
It's a holster for guys that like to wear gym shorts because it goes around your belly.
Oh, cool.
I love it. I love mine. I hope you like it.
Hell yeah. What's this do?
Spin it around so I can see it. Oh, that goes around and Velcro's inside of here, so it's your snap. So then you can unsnap it because your gun sticks out just a little bit. Fold it on the inside. Fold it on the inside.
Oh, I see.
So you can change the height of it. No, you're so close.
Are you tired of complex and high credit card processing fees? The Void Podcast has negotiated exclusive rates for the Void listeners. This program's tailored for trade businesses like yours. And if you're using House Call Pro, switch and you can expect to save $80 for every 10,000 you process per month. Don't let high processing fees drain your profits. Visit empowerpayments.com/the Void or call us at 913-423-1265 now and unlock your savings.
Oh, it goes around the outside and then in.
Yeah. It's for small pistols, though. Like you're not
which
carrying
is mine.
which you're not carrying a 45 in that thing. But when you want to wear gym shorts or you want to go fishing or you want to be on your boat and you don't want to be wearing pants and all that stuff, and you can change it around. It's nice.
That is cool.
So, Merry
That's
Christmas.
Awesome.
I almost said happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
Well, thank you.
I love you. Hopefully you'll use it. I use mine all the time.
Yeah.
It's nice when you when it's hot out, and you like to go downtown a lot. And then
I've been
Q Lucas's deal. You got to have your piece on you.
Yeah. I've been taking my gun a lot more places lately. So
you'll like that when it's hot out.
Yeah.
It's nice. You can still wear your shirts like that.
I'm digging it. I'm loving it.
I love it. I love mine.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. That's the good news. I got you something for Christmas.
All right.
I didn't go over the top like last year, but
I'm still going to work on them bullet glass things. It's kind of a fun project. I just got to find a way to do it to where it's not going to mega mess. There's probably a certain type of glass.
Well, I asked you last week if you watched some videos, and you said no. I guarantee there's got to be it needs to be this type of glass.
I used TIGPT to try to figure out, is there a certain type of glass to stay away from?
Did you just say TIGPT?
Chat.
You said TIGPT.
Tat GPT?
I don't know what you just said.
Oh.
I'll
New adjustments in the
you
mouth.
Okay? You can't speak anymore.
Yeah. They tweaked the braces this week, so maybe my tongue ain't working right.
Maybe it's the dope. You high?
But I looked into chat and it was talking about don't do it with Pyrex. And I'm like,
no shit.
Duh. But do they make glasses out of Pyrex? No. So
I mean, they do.
And then they were talking about don't do it with tempered glass. Duh.
Yeah, it just shattered.
Which glasses aren't tempered glass usually. I mean, when those shatter, they ain't tempered. That's slivers.
No, I'm just trying to think if I've ever seen a tempered glass break.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh, I've seen tempered glass break.
I meant a drinking glass.
Oh, yeah, no, I've never seen a glass made out of it.
No.
But like a shower door?
Oh, yeah.
Or a glass shower partition?
Yeah.
When if they have the smallest little pebble in that
track.
track.
They explode too.
Yeah.
But it's not into
it's
sharp.
It's tempered.
Yeah, they're little bitty quarter-inch.
Yep.
Do you remember Jamie Hauser?
Uh-huh.
Super cool chick. Used to do a ton of work for her. She remodeled her son's bathroom and put a sliding glass door in there. I mean, a nice one. Not like some cheapy fucking Lowe's.
Yeah.
One day he just goes to open it to get in, and it the bumper hit or something and exploded.
Yep.
I mean, I was there the next day. I was like, holy shit. I mean, there was glass. She didn't clean it up because she was taking pictures because she was going to turn it in for warranty and all this other kind of crap and was trying to get her money back.
Yeah.
It was fucking everywhere, man.
It's
this wasn't
sometimes
a small bathroom.
Yeah, it's like sometimes that glass has tension in it and it's just looking for a place to release it.
Yeah, it was bad.
We have a short from a long freaking time ago.
You and I?
Where I was in a customer's basement and I needed to move to get to their water line. I needed to move this piece of glass out of the way.
Oh yeah,
and it was like a glass covering for a wooden table, like a glass top that you would set on top to protect the surface of the wood. And so it's thick. It's like 3/8 of an inch thick. Yeah. I mean, it's thick. And so I go to move it, and the moment it touches that, like I didn't set it down hard or anything, but it must have just set right on a pebble or some
and all the
piece
weight
of sand
pushed on one little edge,
one little thing, and just the whole thing shattered in my hands. And I'm holding both my hands were holding
pieces of glass.
Crumbled, cubed glass, and I'm just like, what the hell? So yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if you can figure it out.
Nothing better than watching a video of a sovereign citizen getting their window broken out. Speaking of tempered glass.
Yes.
Yeah, the
sovereign
citizen.
I don't.
I'm not driving. I'm traveling. I'm not driving. Well, in the state of Maryland, what is the state of Maryland? What exactly is that?
I'm a constitutionalist. Okay, bud.
Got
you know
it.
what? Why don't you just get out now and save everyone some fucking time?
They never do, and they always end up getting the window broke.
I've said this before. I'll go on and it'll be late. You know, I say late, 7:30, and I'm just trying to relax or whatever. And I'll go into the dark conundrum that is Instagram. And it knows what I like.
Oh, yeah.
And I like high-speed videos where people are getting killed. I love people getting yanked out of cop cars.
Yep.
And, you look up and you're like, it's 8:30. I've been watching this for an hour and a half. What the fuck?
Yep.
And I'm super happy and satisfied.
So I've
like a crowbar
heard
into the window.
From content creators, I've heard that one way to curb being more of a consumer than a contributor is that every time you log on to consume, you contribute. So in other words, every time you log on to Instagram, if you're going to watch reels, you got to make a reel. If you're going to scroll people's posts, you gotta make a post. This is their way of throttling down how much they consume.
I know. I'm changing speeds a little bit here because I am very, and this is going to make me sound so stupid, I'm very ignorant with all of it, right? Do you get, because I've thought about doing this, especially on Instagram, which is Facebook Reels, I guess. A Facebook
Instagram.
Reel is Instagram or Facebook Reels.
They flow back to each other.
See, I told you I was going to sound stupid. Do you get paid for those?
Yeah, you can.
If they get millions of views?
It doesn't even need millions of views.
So do I have to have the blue check mark to get paid?
No, you just need to have professional mode turned on.
Oh, okay. How much does that cost me something?
No.
I'm a tight ass.
Yeah, no, you can just turn on professional mode.
And then I just upload to my own feed.
Mm-hmm. And so
it's kind of like YouTube.
The better your posts do, the more, like, the whole reason you would make a post is that people see it and read it.
And
Instagram and Facebook will pay you for helping keeping people on their platform longer.
Which is weird too, because how do they make money off of it? Because
they're selling ads.
On Instagram, I've never seen an ad, I don't think. You know
oh,
what?
you have.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what?
Oh, they're that good.
Do you remember when I said I'm going to sound stupid?
Yeah.
I just sounded stupid. You're right. I saw ads. You're right. And if they're, most of them are small at the bottom now, too. Like, while you're watching it, you can go back and forth.
Yeah. They'll put ads and reels.
You know what? Maybe I will. My deal with you and I've talked about, I'm starting a YouTube channel. I mean, I started it. I just don't have any footage on it yet. About, an outlet for creativity and stuff like that. And it's like, on the Instagram stuff, it's like, what would I talk about? And what's dumb is I shut it off, and then I'm in the middle of the day, and I'm like, oh, you know what would be cool? And then I do nothing with it.
Yeah.
Like, it's very difficult to be intentional and make yourself do that stuff, because it's not like turning wrenches. I come to your house, I turn a wrench, I get a check.
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid to do the deal, so I'm just doing it hoping that someday I get paid for it. And I think that that's the disconnect in a lot of guys' brains when it comes to content creation.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Take YouTube. YouTube's a different platform than Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok.
Yes, very different.
But take YouTube, for example. We put out videos every week, multiple videos a week, for 9 months on our plumbing YouTube channel before we made our first $1 Well, now it's been a full 12 months since we've put a full-length video out. And I still get a check from YouTube for about $2,000, a little under $2,000 every month.
That is fantastic. It makes me feel horrible about myself because we've never been paid for this fucking podcast.
Well, it's just
we've been doing it every week.
Yeah.
For 3 fucking years.
That's just because nobody watches podcasts; they listen to them. And so, like YouTube's the weird. Like I do Andy Frisella's podcast. He hates YouTube. Like he got on. He was on a YouTube bandwagon this year, and he was like, "We're gonna crush it. We're gonna kill it," and all this stuff. They can't freaking pull it off.
Yeah, you have to have a very it's so. And I don't mean to interrupt you, but you know the show Kill Tony. It's at Joe Rogan's Comedy House. Yep. I guess they own it together or something.
So
like that.
So that one you kind of need video. You can't listen to that.
No, I know. But my brother watches it. Like every time there's new and he watches it. It's some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Shane Gillis was on there, fantastic.
Yeah.
But you have to watch 10 hours of content to see 10 minutes of hilarity.
Mm-hmm.
But people are watching it.
Yeah.
Is it because dope's legal?
No.
I don't understand. It's not good TV.
It's their niche, right? Take
maybe it's just me. Maybe it is just me.
Take Garrett Mitchell, Cletus McFarland.
Yeah, okay.
Like he has created what is one of the coolest reality TV opportunities ever. I mean, his entire business life is on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they're posting videos every day.
Yeah.
And they're like, he's wrapped it around to his events and everything else. And so he's found ways to contribute more than he takes. And when you've built into that business, so like Greg Biffle.
Is that the guy that just died?
In the plane crash.
Yeah. Dude, his kids.
Right.
Although I say that, like if you're going to go.
Right. If you're going to go,
like
you go with your whole family.
All to go together.
Right.
You're not waiting in line solo.
But, so Cletus was working with Greg to get his YouTube channel up and rolling because Greg's kind of getting out of the NASCAR thing.
Yeah, he's older
Semi-retired.
now, isn't he? He's probably our age or a little older maybe.
Yeah, he was a semi-retired NASCAR driver. But he and Cletus like became great friends over the last few years. And he got Cletus into when the hurricane came through and wiped out the Carolinas with all the flooding.
Oh, yeah.
Greg Biffle jumped in his helicopter.
Yeah, and flew around.
Rescued people.
Tried to help people, yeah.
Cletus flew his helicopter up there and rescued people.
Yeah.
And of course, they put all that on YouTube. And they've just found a way to like, I'm going to get paid for videoing what I do. I've made an interesting life for myself. A life that most people don't have. And so I'm going to film it all and put it on YouTube and get paid for living my interesting life.
Yeah. I mean, logistically, you don't do this. I know you don't do this. But like logistically, do you think those guys are just carrying around GoPros and they're like I know you can do most of it on your phone. I understand that.
They have a film crew that follows them around.
So you're living your life. Mitch Smedley wakes up in the morning and the film crew just shows up at 8:30? They live in the house with you? They're following you around and you're like, "Oh, this is going to be good action."
Well, and
I'm trying to picture what their lives look like, I guess.
Yeah, so Cletus has the Freedom Factory, which is like his race shop where they build cars and they build giveaway cars and they build race cars and
Freedom Factory. Why does that sound familiar?
I don't know. Rob Dyrdek, probably.
Oh, you're right. It wasn't Freedom Factory. It was something else. Something Factory. What was his? I'm putting you on the spot.
Fantasy Factory?
Fantasy Factory,
yeah.
I think you're right.
But he has the Freedom Factory. He also owns Bradenton Motorsports Park.
Yeah.
Which is the Freedom Factory as well.
That's one. Like is that the one in Florida?
Yeah. His shop's like on the outskirts of that. And so like, it's not his house. It's not his private life. It's his work life.
Yeah.
So like when he comes to work, there's cameras at work all over the place.
It's just so. It's so. It seems so abstract.
I mean, I lived that life for 2 years. with our videographer, like I would come to work and
sort of
right now.
Your personal moments weren't
correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
Like you hear the celebrities all the time. They're like, people come up to me and be like, "Man, I wish I was rich and famous." And they're like, "No, you wish you were rich."
Yeah, you don't want to be famous.
Like that's and when I was younger, I thought that was always bullshit. I'm like, what do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
But now that I'm older, I'm like, yeah, that
Right.
makes sense. I can't stand the 10 people I fucking talk to that I don't like to talk. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't mean you. I saw the weird look on your face.
No, I get it.
But you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there are certain people you're like, oh, this motherfucker.
Yeah, it's a pretty.
You know, like if it was that every day, but it was, you know, you couldn't go out to eat, you couldn't go to the grocery store, you couldn't, like you had no interpersonal life other than the people that lived in your complex. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah.
Like I'd have to live on an island somewhere.
I heard an interesting stat. So this is the difference in dynamics if you're going to get big into social media and like putting yourself out there and like developing a big following and becoming a quote unquote content creator.
Yeah. C-list celebrity, as I like to call it.
Yeah, it's probably a good way to put it.
You know what I mean?
C for content.
Well, C because you're not Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, and
right.
B because you're not, and I almost said Paul Rudd, but Paul Rudd's probably an A now.
Yeah.
But like all those lower, like Reiner was probably a B, you know.
Right.
But then you're in that C and D area of people that follow you know who you are, and there are certain areas that you can't go hang out because you're just bombarded.
Yeah.
But you can still kind of get away.
Yeah.
You know that I don't mean it as a
like no, I get it. The
bad thing.
So there's a big content creator personality. Her name is Emily King, and
don't know her.
You would know the videos if you saw them because I guarantee you everybody has seen at least one of her videos.
What'd she do?
She discusses relationship differences between men and women, but she does it from the man's side. And her shtick, her thing...
Does she dress up like a guy?
No.
Okay, not one of those.
No. Her thing is she wears socks in her bedroom, and she films herself in front of her closet mirror.
Does she run and slide in?
And she slides in.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Her thing is she slides in.
I've seen a few of those. Yeah.
And does
Janine
that, right?
likes them, and she'll show them to me. She'll be like, oh, hey. Look.
And it's a very great take on it. And her whole thing is she's trying to break through to women.
Have you ever noticed how guys... Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And they'll... Yeah. Have you ever noticed like when a guy's backing up the truck and he puts his hand behind your armrest? Girls like that.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that, right?
But
she'll also call a girl out for being crazy.
She's pretty good.
She'll play a clip where a girl's going crazy on a guy, and then she'll be like, that guy is never going to talk to that girl ever again. Girls, that's a great guy, and if you treat him like that, he's gone.
You just threw your Clooney out the window.
You threw your Clooney out the window. Yeah. So she did one the other day. This is the differences between men and women on social media. I'm just going to call it like it is. Women can dress revealing, and women can do dances where their hips and their ass and their tits move, and they can develop a following. It's not an engaged following.
Nobody gets them paid.
But they can develop a large following very quickly.
Dude,
right? Men, on the other hand, can't. It's just not that way.
No.
She said she got on there and said a stat the other day that in like the over 30s dating world, a man would have to swipe right 200 times to score a coffee date with a girl. And then of those coffee dates, 80% of them won't show up to the date.
Damn.
And so now a man is swiping right 1,000 times to score one coffee date.
Do you think that's really true?
It's probably not that far off.
I would think around us, no. I would think in New York or Miami or Chicago, places like that.
Scottsdale.
LA. Yeah, Scottsdale's huge. Like, I would think, she's probably right.
Yeah.
Like around here,
so
you could swipe right 5 times and
around here there is
I say swipe right like I've ever been on one of those fucking apps.
Around here for every
is right good.
Yeah, that's like
so left
I'm
is
interested.
nobody. You hit right, it rolls you into a bank, and then if that person also did right on you, they say, hey, this
you're
person's a match.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if that's because all those girls are also just right, and then they go through them later and they're like, yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's.
That's what I would do. Like,
but I was looking into some population demographics for Kansas City, KCMO, like proper, not metro.
Okay.
And for every
you don't want to live down there.
For every 20 people in Kansas City, 11 of them are female and 9 of them are male. Slightly more women than men.
That's a good 50-50
in
breakup.
Kansas City. Yeah.
Yeah, except for, you know what? I'm not going to bash anyone. I'm not. I was really going to go on a dark spree there. I'm not going to do it.
So.
I'm not going to do it. Let's, you want to talk about FieldPulse, or do you want me to introduce the topic?
No, we can hit up FieldPulse and then do the
Fuck
topic.
FieldPulse.
No, whatever.
I'm just kidding.
we have a meeting with them in like 2 hours. So,
are we going to make it?
Yeah.
What time's the meeting?
Is it 1:45?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Let's see. 1:45 meeting, and it's currently 12:28, so we're good.
Okay. Yeah, our contract renewal's up.
Yeah.
Every December 31st.
Speaking of FieldPulse. FieldPulse is the field service management software for field service pros like you. Whether you're a small business looking to grow or a larger company ready to scale, it's got everything you need all in one platform. Advanced features to run your CRM, your estimates and invoices, your scheduling and dispatching. It'll give you good, better, best proposals. It'll run your maintenance plans, and it'll even import the TradeWinds price book. Plus, FieldPulse integrates with the software you're using already every day, like QuickBooks Online and your desktop PC. So hit the ground running without changing how you do work. And by simplifying those day-to-day operations, FieldPulse saves you time, keeps your team organized, and gives you the tools to increase productivity and profitability. And it's not just us saying this. FieldPulse has earned a 4.8 star rating with over 600 Google reviews.
You okay there?
Yeah. To learn more, head over to fieldpulse.com. That's FieldPulse.com. FieldPulse.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, today's topic.
I'm gonna ask you a question about today's topic.
Okay.
So our topic is about how to stay motivated.
Yep.
And we're really talking about, or I'm going to ask you about money motivation, right? Some guys just aren't money motivated, right?
Right.
A lot of guys in TradeWinds, I'm this way. I'm not money motivated, but I'm freedom motivated, right? Mm-hmm. When it gets to be the super slow time of year, when the bank account is full, I'm not saying those two things are correlated at all, mm-hmm. and you're comfortable, like how do you move the carrot forward? How does Mitch Smedley stay involved, and how does Mitch Smedley stay motivated to keep pushing himself constantly?
Well, stagnation breeds failure is how I look at it.
If you're not growing, you're dying?
If you're not growing, you're dying. But like, take there's a saying that we use in our business quite often, and that is forced laziness becomes chosen laziness. And so what I mean by that in our business is like if our schedule's light and we don't have a lot of calls on the board, the guys are forced to be lazy. They don't have a choice. We don't have a lot of calls, right?
Yeah, okay.
So you go through a week of slow calls. You're forced to be lazy. Well, now, next week, the call volume starts picking up and you don't chomp at the bit to go get them. And so now you're choosing to be lazy. And this week, if call volume is slow, you'd love to take a 4 o'clock call, a 5 o'clock call, a 6 o'clock call.
Because your paycheck's being light.
Because your paycheck's light, right? But next week, when call volume starts picking back up and somebody calls in and it's questionable of whether it's overtime or not, do you want to work late, do you not? Well, now you're choosing to not take that call.
Man, are you
right?
Are you choosing to be lazy, or have you just... Like, I think people adapt to their situations and their circumstances relatively quickly. Mm-hmm. A lot faster than we want to admit, mm-hmm. right? Is it really that they're choosing to, or that they're not forcing themselves to not be lazy? Does that make sense?
Is there a difference?
Yeah, I think there is a difference. I think this goes with motivation. Like, there is a big difference between overcoming your natural instincts to be unmotivated and controlling your unnatural instincts to be motivated, as in I've been forced to do this for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to say I'm going to come out of this and do this intentionally.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That could be. I was thinking about something the other day that kind of goes along with what you're saying. People that say they give 110% are shorting themselves.
What do you mean by that?
So people are like, I gave 110%. Well, we all know giving 110% is physically impossible. You can't give more than you have to give. But we say we gave 110% because we gave more than we thought we had.
Or that we normally give.
Correct.
Yeah. So we may have only actually been given 90, but we normally give 75.
Right.
So
we normally give 80.
110.
I gave you 90. It felt like 110, but it still wasn't even all I had to give. But as soon as I vocalize, I gave you 110%, I've now said that result took everything I had to get, and it's likely to not be repeatable because it took everything and more.
Yeah.
And whereas if you say, no, I had to work harder at that, but look, I expanded my capabilities. I can do more than I thought I could, is a whole different thing than I gave 110%.
Man, that's a whole rabbit hole we could go down. Like, if you literally give 100% all the time, 24/7, 365, you are miserable. You know what I mean?
You get worn out, yeah.
Physically, if you did that every day, you'd be exhausted. You could only do it for so many days in a row before you were like, I can't.
Yep.
Mentally, if you did that every day, after 5 days, you're like, I can't even talk to you right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like the happy scale thing. You want to stay at a 7, because if you're at a 10 and you ever come down, like, what's the point of getting back? If you're at a 7 and you drop down to a 4, like, it creates, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a very interesting thing to think about when you're talking about effort, you're talking about motivation, and you're talking about goals that you've created inside of your own perspective of motivation.
Yeah.
If that's not too heady.
I think true champions don't look at the public result of their achievements. I think true champions focus on the details that nobody sees.
Oh, I agree with that 100%. This is like Alex Morgan. My daughter has a poster of her in her room that says, keep working hard when no one else is watching.
Yeah. Who's Alex Morgan? I don't know who that is.
Holy fuck. Maybe the greatest female soccer player of all time.
Okay.
She just retired.
Okay.
Anyways, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like you see those documentaries about Tom Brady, and Mahomes had one on Netflix, I think, and it's like them guys could be sleeping until 8 and they're up at 5:30 and they're doing their personal workouts with their personal trainers that they don't have to do to stay on top.
Yeah.
Like, that's the point you're making, right?
Yeah. It's like you take any team that wins a championship and they interview the coach. Fresh on the field, like fresh after the win. And, what do you think about this? You've just won the championship. Well, our passing game was pretty bad. Our defense was pretty bad. We got some work to do. We'll get back on that tomorrow. Like, the championship was a result of, like, their focus wasn't on the championship. Their focus was on all of the details that was, like, the championship was the result of their focus.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's what makes detail-oriented people, regardless of their profession, great at their job. Whether it's sales, whether it's professional sports, it doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
The people that are detail-oriented follow a personal process or a personal step-by-step, and it makes them great at what they do naturally.
Yeah.
Some people do it very intentionally.
Yep.
People that are disorganized that decide to become very organized and then are successful because of that. That's an intentional mindset that they were like, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Some people are just naturally good at it. You know what I mean?
Well, and I think some people allow themselves to be worried about what other people think. And what I mean by that is...
I agree 100%.
Take, again, that same championship team. Other people see a championship team. That's all they see.
Yeah, and they also say, why can't you do that every year?
Right.
You know what I mean?
But what they see
they don't know.
is they see somebody that was up at 5 doing drills and practicing more than everybody else and focusing on the details more than everybody else. And when everybody else is done practicing at 5, they're still out on the field practicing for another hour. They're watching more game film. They're analyzing more. They're just doing more, right? And the result of doing more was the championship. Well, sometimes a blind squirrel can find a nut and win a championship. Okay? There are people that they'll put in the work to win the championship and don't realize just how much work they've put into it. And then when they win the championship, they let other people's perspective of them being now champions. Now they believe the other people of like, you've made it. Made what? Like nobody's ever made it. Elon Musk hasn't made it in life. You know what I mean?
Really?
I mean, he's made it. He doesn't
think he has.
He's made it farther than anybody else, but he's still like, for him, he won't feel like he's made it in life until there is somebody living on Mars 24/7, 365. Until you have colonized Mars.
I don't want to get us off track. You're right about that. But he's also one of those people that even if that happens, say it happens in the next 10 years for some reason, he's not going to be happy with that. You know what I mean? He's going to be like, let's do more colonies. Let's go to Jupiter. Let's go. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the show topic isn't necessarily about guys that no matter what, they will always stay motivated.
Right.
How do you force yourself when you're feeling complacent, when you're feeling satisfied, when you're in your comfort zone? Like, what can you do? And I don't want to change the show topic, but what can you do to stay motivated?
So that's kind of what we're getting at, I think, is what keeps Elon Musk motivated. It's not everybody else's perception of him. It's his own internal desires of what do I want to do. And he makes sure to keep those desires in front of him. So the first time he
ever changing, maybe.
Yeah. So like the first time he caught a rocket out of the midair, he wasn't like, all right, we made it, we're done. Now it's like, I want to catch 100 without failure. You know what I mean? It's a constant.
Well, and I think
moving of the needle.
And I think to your point, we become. How do I say this? We become. Our goals aren't big enough for what we can actually obtain.
Right.
Sometimes I think. I think, you know, I have this goal of I want 30 grand in the bank. I'm just using this as an example. And the business account's over 30, I'm fine. Mm-hmm. Where your goal may have been set too low. I think a lot of the times what hurts our motivation to be bigger than we are is that we set very low expectations for ourselves, very low goals for ourselves, because either self-esteem issues or don't think we can actually do it, or, you know, have no realistic expectation of, like you said earlier, how much work have I been putting in to get to this point? Oh shit, that was easier than I thought, but I've made it. Okay, we're fine. But if that goal had been bigger from the beginning, we wouldn't have that lack of motivation. We would still be pushing because we aren't there yet.
Yeah. I think where a lot of people mess up is they overestimate what they can do in a year, but they underestimate what they can do in 5. And
I'll agree with some of that.
And so the problem is they set a 1-year goal. That car's loud.
Yeah. Scared me.
They set a 1-year goal and they don't achieve it. But then they achieve their 5-year goal at year 2.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, crap, I already achieved my 5-year goal. I've made it. Well, no. You gotta constantly be maintaining awareness about where you are in relation to the goal. And you've got to constantly be pushing new goals. Like, okay, cool. Let's say your goal in business was to do $1 million in revenue. Well, if you're tracking your numbers, you're going to know halfway through the year that we're tracking for $1 million. And the moment you start tracking for $1 million, you got to start putting yourself another goal together. And we were talking about this on a coaching call. When we did our first $1 million, So in a home service business, $1 million, there's somewhere between like 1 and 2 million, there's a natural plateau that everybody is going to incur.
In the plumbing industry, in the electrical industry.
Yeah, HVAC is going to be like 2 to 4 million.
Yeah, I was going to say 5.
Yeah. And so then what happens, because that plateau, going from 0 to 1 million is a lot. Going from 1 million to 2 million is a lot harder than going from 0 to 1 million.
Yeah.
And so people get lost in that quagmire there. So what we teach people to do in Tradewinds is when you've already broken 1 million, go through and do the numbers and mark on the calendar what day you broke 1 million. Was it December 13th? Was it December 10th? What was it? And then next year, your goal is to break 1 million much sooner than that. Because now you have to start shrinking down the goal, right? Big goals are nothing more than tiny goals piled together. And so if our first goal was to do $1 million in a year, well, what's the next goal? Is it 2? Because that's freaking hard. Double the size of your business, right? And people look at how hard it was to get to 1 million, and they're like, well, crap, 2 is going to be hard. And so now they start getting lost. Well, maybe it's 1.5. Maybe it's 1.4. Maybe it's 1.3. Maybe, but ultimately, one of the easier ways to just ensure growth is to hit that date that you break 1 million 10% sooner in the year. So if you hit it on December 10th, go try hitting it on November 10th next year. And then the next year, try to hit it on October 10th. And
so on and so forth.
And so on and so forth, right? And eventually, by July 1st, you're going to hit your million, and now you're pacing for 2 million.
Yeah. I think there is a lot to be said for, and I don't know if I know for a fact I didn't realize this early on, and even early on in the podcast. The amount of intent you have with setting goals, setting expectations personally, business, in your business, I don't think I ever really grasped how important it was, or how important it is. I shouldn't say was, is.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can't set a real goal that you can obtain, you are floundering and fluttering.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of, And then you get to kind of what we're talking about. I have no motivation because I am just floundering.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you don't really have something that you're getting up and driving towards, you are unmotivated in a sense. I woke up this morning and I went into the office and I went over the books, and the books were good, and the guys were working, and we're on track to do the same we did last month, and everything's fantastic.
Yep.
Well, why would you be motivated?
Yeah.
Like, you're literally treading water. Like, you're stagnant at that point.
Right.
People are very, very, we talk about this when we talk about, and we're not going to talk politics, but if the government's feeding you and taking care of you and everything, like, there's a sense of depression and a sense of lack of motivation, and there's not a reason to get up every day.
Right.
And that is not built into our human nature.
No.
It makes us depressed. It makes us unhealthy. It allows our mental stability to be, just for it to run rampant in a lot of different directions. I think that's a lot of the reason we have a lot of ADHD, because the people that have ADHD are looking for that trigger point and goal to run to, and the people that are depressed are the opposite of that.
Yep.
And we're somewhere in the middle right now, as a society. I think a lot of that is true. I think setting real goals and expectations for yourself allows for a natural motivation for you to just have on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And let's be honest, it makes you happier. And you don't even it's one of those things that it's not that you're happier, it's that you're not depressed.
Well, there's no pride in having something given to you and not having to work for something.
No.
And so
and that in and of itself is like a reverse dopamine hit.
Right. And so what happens is you build this thing and you create it, and it gets to a fairly healthy maintenance level, and all of a sudden it's pretty easy to lose your sense of pride. So like I've been dealing with this with the selling of our plumbing company, right? Still got my name on it. I have almost no say anymore.
I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how you do it. We've talked about this privately.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Like, how do I stay motivated now? Because it's my name and my everything out there, but yet I don't have the largest percentage of say. And these other owners can decide something, I don't want to say against me, different than me, and we go that route. But I have to remind myself that's why I did it, because
that's why I'm getting them checks.
Right.
You know,
I have to remind myself that's why I did it, but also there's a big difference between a founder and a CEO. And very, very rarely does a founder and a CEO go hand in hand. It's a different personality for somebody that creates a business out of nowhere than it is for somebody that runs that business to its maximum efficiency and growth year after year after year. That's the difference between an idea man and an implementer, right? You're going to have your visionary and your integrator. Those are the common words for that. And a visionary is a founder. An integrator is a guy that grows the business beyond all belief. And very rarely does somebody straddle both of those perfectly to where you could, like, CEOs don't go start companies. CEOs take something that's of structure of some kind. It's not great structure, but CEOs find something that's functioning and they
try to level it up.
They organize the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Right? But a founder takes something that doesn't even exist and they bring it to some level of organization. It's two totally different things. And I think a lot of people lose that drive the moment they realize they're flipping from founder to CEO. And so as I work through the selling of our company and everything else, now we're 3 months into this, right? It's like part of there's I don't want to say there's a desire. There's something pulling you in the direction of like now all these other guys have a hand in your cookie jar. These are your trucks with your names on them, but you don't even get the final say and all this stuff. So like there's an inkling or a desire to say like, is this failure? Right? But then
of course there's an inkling for that.
But then the flip side is it not failure? Because like all of this wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for me. I created it and I got it to this level, and now I've handed it off to a CEO ownership group for them to build it into everything I dreamed it would be, but didn't have the capacity to do. So Spencer got to sit in on his first ownership meeting this week.
Poor Spencer.
And he...
First off, before you get like too into it, the commercial you made him shoot, dude, I didn't crush you on the post. I wanted to. I was just like, this poor motherfucker.
Hey,
new
you
job.
watched it.
No, I didn't. I watched the first 30 seconds and I was like, nope. I was just, this poor guy, new job, new stresses, new deal,
He's
new everything.
Straddled by me in my living room.
And I mean, maybe I took it harder because I know you and him more you know what I mean? Like, that it's just a normal, like some guy I would see on an ad. And I was like, this fucking Mitch, dude. Yeah. If I was that, I would stab him in the eye with a fucking pin right now.
Yep.
Poor Spencer.
But
he's loving life.
Ultimately,
so he got to sit in on the ownership
he sits in on
meeting.
This ownership meeting, and he messages me afterwards, and he was like, "These guys are smart. Like, they're very methodical with how they work through problems, and I like how it's like 5 heads are better than 1, and nobody's in competition. It's like everybody wants the best for the company. It's just everybody realizes I don't have all the best ideas, and you don't have all the best ideas, but we're also humble enough to where when one of the guys comes up with an idea that's good, everyone's like, that's a good idea. There's no pride in like who came up with the idea. It's just, let's just come up with good ideas and implement them.
The fastest way to the top is through collaboration, and not just through collaboration, but collaboration with your pride being set aside and saying, I may not know.
Right.
Like, that's the fastest way to the top. Like,
Right.
That's how real guys make real money.
Yeah. And so those are the different like motivational gears that you have to work through in business. You know, getting motivated to buy the truck and stock the truck and design your wrap and go out for day one in business. That's a whole different type of motivation than, okay, we've got the business to a healthy level, calls are coming in. It doesn't require a lot of, the flywheel is spinning. It doesn't require a lot of energy to get the flywheel up to speed.
Yeah.
Like, you know, getting a flywheel up to speed takes a lot of energy. Maintaining a flywheel speed takes less energy, right? And so when you're building that flywheel and getting it spinning, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But then once it's maintained and running and it just runs, there's a desire to back off the throttle and not let the flywheel go faster or anything else. And so going through that shift is huge.
Yeah, I think
sure.
That's the flywheel's a great point. We've actually said that a lot lately, but it's
You're all slow rolling yours.
well, I was trying not to be rude, but you know what? Whatever.
For those of us on YouTube, this is a classic Deuce Bud Light.
Is it a 24?
I don't know. 22, 24, something.
22, 24?
It doesn't even say.
You know, when we were growing up, they were all 22s. And now they all seem to be 24s. So, I don't know.
Hold on. What happens with my hand when I drink it?
Dude, you can't.
Oh, my wrist got limp.
First off, I think that's defamation.
I'm
going to have to blur that can out.
Did my dick just fall off?
Dude, what the fuck is the matter?
Refer to me as Dylan from now on.
Oh my God, dude. This podcast is taking a really,
Did
really
you just
weird
misgender
turn.
me?
Look, I love that I saw a meme that was they're making fun of the redacted Epstein stuff.
Yep.
And it was like all a bunch of blanked out things, and all it said was the only thing correct about this redactment is that Tim Walsh is still a retard. And I was like, oh.
That's funny.
But, you know, we talked about that. I love that retard's back. It's fantastic.
Yep.
I just wish that the F word would come back.
It'll come back.
And it's not, do you remember the South Park episode? For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, South Park did a whole episode on the word faggot.
Yeah.
And it was, the kids were explaining that when I call you a faggot, it has nothing to do with this person's being gay or not. It was just like they were just borrowing a derogatory word, but it meant something completely different.
Yeah.
They did like a whole, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
If you haven't ever seen it, well, it's on YouTube, I'm sure, or Comedy Central, or, you know, Prime, or one of, hell, they may be on Netflix. It's funny as hell. I'll know that everything's okay with America when I start seeing that again.
Yeah.
And people want to say it's like, oh, you gay people. Dude, I have no problem with gay people.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it all. But we have got to get back to where it's okay to make fun of each other.
Yeah.
If a black guy makes fun of me for being white, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
If a gay guy makes fun of me for being straight, I'm fine with it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, can we just get back to the point where we can all kind of live together and make fun of each other and like have a normal society?
Yeah.
Like, again, I miss it a lot. I miss the 90s and I miss
America,
the early 2000s. I miss it.
I saw a post last night that said, I just got called gay by 3 high school boys because I refused to buy them beer at the gas station. America is healing.
Yeah. Like, I remember when, like in the 90s, like if someone came up to me and like, you're a Jesus freak loser. Like that was that's a derogatory term. I didn't care about that either.
Right.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
It was like, he said that to me, now I can call him a faggot. Like, you know what I mean? You just, like, it's not going to change your life to the point where life's over.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
It's just...
Matt Rife, he's got a video out from his crowd work where there's some girl sitting in the front row.
The smoking hot one?
And she's got big old tiggle bitties, right? And he's like, boobs, how you doing? And the girl like looks up and down the row. Like, and he was like you needed to look?
No.
Like, yeah, I'm talking to you. And there's a guy sitting next to her that's not with her group. And
is he just
he's straight
staring forward like I'm not looking over?
So Matt Rife calls him out, and then he was like, this dude over here can't even look. He's got his girl next to him. Well, the girl ends up being the guy's daughter.
Oh shit!
And he was like, I'm still not looking. And Matt Rife's like, well, now you just look like a faggot. I mean, those are amazing tits. So,
that's Janine.
Yeah.
Like she did. I call her Jugs.
Yeah.
I mean, she's one of those girls that like wears a sports bra and keeps it. You know what I mean? Shoulders are a little hunched over. I'm like,
keeps
babe,
them compressed. No.
Like, hey, I need
arch that back a little bit.
Like I tell her all the time, like, hey, I'm having a tough day today. Could you like put on something? You know, like she's like,
speaking of motivation.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like, hey, I need a little something today.
Yeah.
Could you walk around in something?
So, ironically, another way to stay motivated.
Oh, are we going to get back on topic?
Yeah, well, you kind of brought this to it. You ever seen Wolf of Wall Street?
One of the funniest, saddest movies I've ever watched.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it.
I hate the way it ends.
There's a lot of people that are like, oh, it's an amazing sales movie. It's like, no, they're fucking con artists. I don't know if I would say it's a good sales movie.
No, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
It's entertaining is what it is.
But how did they stay motivated? Bigger and better sex parties, more blow, right?
Well, okay.
And I'm not encouraging people do that.
No, I know you're not. I'm just saying.
But like
that's, first off, a great way to stay motivated, but don't do that.
So
that's what I want to do.
I had a customer a long time ago, long before I ever started my own plumbing company. I had a customer give me a bottle of wine from his wine collection. And this particular customer, we were new into pipe bursting sewers. So this would have been 15, 20 years ago. We were new into pipe bursting sewers. And this guy, his sewer went out in his wine cellar. And it went out under a paver patio, a swimming pool, a retaining wall.
Oh shit! He had to pipe burst.
He had to pipe burst, right? And we had to dig up his neighbor's yard. And this is in Mission Hills. And if you're not familiar with Kansas City, Mission Hills is old money.
Dude, part of Mission Hills. There are parts of Mission Hills that are fucking amazing.
Yeah. This is the old money of Kansas City. And so this guy's in his 70s or 80s. He's got a wife that's 20 years younger than he is.
Good for him, bro.
And we have to break up the concrete in his wine cellar. And so he's worried about the vibration of the jackhammer making his wine bottles fall. And so he gave us some rules, this, climate control conditioning thing. The wine can't be out of there for more than a couple days or, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it can't be over 57 for X amount of hours.
Right. And so we move all the wine bottles out, and he's helping, and his wife's helping. And his wife drops a bottle of wine.
Oh, shit.
And it doesn't break. But it ping, 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 ping on the floor. He hauled off and backhanded her.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, oh, fuck, And
you're like, I'm going to have to testify.
I'm just the help, right? I'm just the plumber there. And so we didn't say anything.
The help.
He hit her, but it wasn't like.
Like how hard?
It wasn't like assault, right? It was kind of like you'd spank your kid. Like you're getting their attention, but you're not hurting them kind of thing.
Damn.
And I'm not standing up for this guy at all.
No, you're just telling a story. I get
right.
It. Yeah.
I don't want anybody to think like it was elbow back, closed fist, punched her in the face. But I mean, it was a traditional backhand. I mean, hand went up by the ear, and then
hand went up by the ear. I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing at your telling of the story.
and this guy was old enough where that's probably how he was brought up to treat women.
Oh shit, I guarantee it.
Right. And so
15 years ago?
Awkward as fuck, right? He's dead now. Like, there's no way he's still alive.
Oh, yeah, it'd be like 105.
Yeah.
110.
And so, but we got done with that project, and not a single glass or bottle of wine broke. And so he gave me a bottle
that she dropped and didn't break.
Yeah, it was a 1997 Jean de Pompe, and
white?
I don't even know what it was.
You never drank it?
I was like, I'm going to save this for a certain celebration. And then I never could find a celebration worthy of drinking the wine.
First off,
We started our own plumbing company, didn't drink the wine.
where is it?
We had our first Christmas, didn't drink the wine.
Where is it?
We hit our first $1 million in revenue, didn't drink the wine.
Where is it?
You know who I gave it to?
Your dad.
Marcus.
You idiot.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
But
I'm so disappointed in you right now. You could have gave it to me.
For the newer listeners of the show, Marcus was my original videographer.
And was a bum.
And yeah, and if you listen to the core episodes, you'll hear him a little bit in the core episodes, but very much of a space cadet fella, for sure.
He wasn't a space cadet. He was very smart. He knew what he was doing. He was lazy as hell.
Yeah, yeah.
And the motherfucker got a $400 bottle of wine.
I bet it didn't taste that good. I don't know. But, I mean, it was worth something. I just never could find an occasion to drink it. I had, put this whole thing on a pedestal so much that, nothing was worthy of drinking it. And so I gave it away. But in the effort of, how do you stay motivated during times of comfort, you got to find ways to stay motivated, right? So where all of this came from Wolf of Wall Street and everything else, this is going to, I don't want to sound pervy, but, you and your wife set up a special date night. We're going to go to the fancy place in town. We're going to go to the expensive restaurant. We're going to go to the restaurant where it's obscenely priced. We're going to do this if we achieve this goal in business. And so now you're forcing yourself to grow for this reward that you don't really care about, but you have to put those rewards in place in order to keep yourself continuing to grow. That's how you break through a lot of those comfort zone levels.
Yeah.
Where you're comfortably earning money.
Yeah.
Right?
I think, and Janine and I have always done this, we invest as much money as we can without being completely broke, if that makes sense. Everything goes to this IRA, everything goes to this 401k, everything went into the new house instead of living, instead of keeping $100K in the bank, for example, I'm just making these numbers up, we pay extra towards the house. You know what I mean? Which is an investment, right?
Yep.
But it always keeps that money, quote unquote, your cash level pushed down. And this is something I have found works for us.
Yeah, keep a low bank account. That keeps driving you.
Keep that low cash flow, and then you're never too comfortable.
Yep.
You never wake up and say, I'm not going to make my calls today. You never wake up and go, I'm not going to check on QuickBooks today.
Right.
You never wake up and go, I got to check on the website and make sure that everyone's funds are still rolling through Stripe. There are just certain things that I have to do on a regular basis to make sure those funds are coming in, right?
Yep.
And that allows us to have slow, continual growth without being panicked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know it's going to be a very difficult thing for me when I get older and I'm like, okay, I'm going to start pulling cash off of these things. And then I'm going to be super comfortable. And it's like, how do I make, and I know this isn't what the show is, but how will I make that transition? That's something I think about all the time.
Right.
And I think also that kind of helps with motivation too, is if you're always thinking towards the future and you're always thinking about what I like to call the what ifs. I shouldn't say everyone calls them the what ifs. What if I have 8 grandkids? What if I have 6 grandkids? What if
I have a special needs kid?
What if I have 2 special needs kids that live in Blue Springs somewhere?
As my son just walked into the room.
Retarded, I don't, you never know what's going to happen. I think a lot of times people get this feeling of, I know what the future is going to hold. I know how my life's going to be. I know what's going to happen. And then that allows them to kind of, quit on the motivational side of their life. Like
Yeah.
I know how it's going to be, and I know I have this much money, and I know that in 10 years that money's going to be this. Why am I pushing so hard?
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. You don't know what the fuck's going to happen. None of us do. Like, we have a good idea, right?
Yep.
Like, we have a good plan, right? But you don't know. No one knew that COVID was going to hit in 2020 and fuck all our lives up.
Yep.
You just don't know. If nothing else helps you stay motivated, go with the worst case scenario. I'm going to lose all my money. The stock market's going to be gone. I'm not going to have anything. Like, let that motivate you if you can't fucking find another way.
Right. Ironically, just sitting here.
What? Did your fucking son want something?
No.
Oh. I thought maybe he needed his truck out, and I have my key right here.
We have ads for the plumbing company running right now.
You're supposed to be running ads for Tradewinds.
We have ads
How's
for
that fucking
Tradewinds running
going?
too.
Do you write me a check?
Well, the
You
ads
motherfucker?
for the plumbing company create messages into the plumbing company. The ads for Tradewinds direct them to our website. So,
I'm sorry, what?
yeah,
What website?
Tradewinds.
To the contact message
No,
fill out?
to the price books.
Oh.
Go straight to the price book page.
Okay.
But
It's like, what the fuck are you
So-
talking about?
so
I haven't been checking shit.
when you have ads for a home service business, the prompt of the ad is message us. You'll get people that accidentally message or they accidentally hit the button and then it'll say, hello, their name. Please let us know how we can help you. Like, it's automated.
You can lick my balls, bitch.
It's 24/7 old people that don't know how to use social media saying, stop messaging me. Like, literally, this person, the first message was stop. It's like, you clicked on our ad. And so that was like a couple days ago. Then they click on the ad again, and what's she say? What's her second message?
Stop.
No, the next one.
Leave me alone or I will report you.
Yeah. And it's like,
Oh, I see. Those are two separate ones.
We're not bugging you. You're clicking on our ad, and it's prompting a message. We're not the ones initiating this.
Oh, my God.
And so I had to send her a message back saying, if you stop clicking on the ad, the automated messages will stop. You can also click in the upper right-hand corner and hide ads from this page. Like, come on, people.
I don't want to beat a dead horse. But when I've talked to you about people getting dumber and social media making people dumber,
Oh, yeah.
AI making people dumber,
Yep.
this is what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
People are getting dumber.
So,
The fucking donkeys, man.
so yesterday, I sent a message to, you were talking about maintaining bigger goals for retirement and longer vision for finances and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I messaged our entire team.
Keeping those accounts down.
We don't have a 401k in our company. We run it through a simple IRA.
Which is fine.
A little bit different, but simple IRA. This is the text. I texted our entire team. And I gave them a screenshot showing the IRA investment calculator to back this up. Simple IRA investments are increasing to $18,100 in 2026.
Yeah, 401k is like 25 or something now.
If you max that out for 30 years, which is about $350 a week, and you add in the company match, which we match 5%. So we match dollar for dollar up to 5% of your salary.
Yeah.
Most of my guys are making six figures. So if we add in $5,000 a year for the company match, and you get a 10% annual rate of return, then you will have $3.23 million tax-free. After tax, you'll have $3.23 million.
Is yours a Roth?
No, simple.
Then it's not tax-free.
So the investment amount is 3.8 million.
Okay.
After taxes, 3.23 million.
Okay.
And then I just said, please let Danielle know if you'd like to adjust your contributions. Because I'm trying to get these guys to realize, like, my guys are on a hot streak right now, so they're all making really good paychecks.
Yeah, it'd be a good time to get them signed up.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, hey guys, I know you're loving buying four-wheelers and campers and houses and all of that shit, and that's great. But remember too, like, don't spend it all. Like, put some in retirement, save some, all of this stuff, right?
Yeah, you've got to plan for your future at least a little bit.
Yeah.
God.
And so annual like this is the IRA calculator. Annual contribution before tax is 23.1. That's 18.1 plus 5, which is what the company would match.
Yeah, I can do math.
And expected rate of return, 10%, 30 years,
It won't.
Current marginal tax rate is 25%. That may be a little low, but
Well, it will go off your tax rate of the money you're bringing in when you're retired, so
Right.
it doesn't really matter. 10%, I will say, is a little high. Like, if they're getting 7 to 8, that's fantastic.
yeah. But just letting the guys know, like, that's the big egg, right? It's you're not pushing for a $3,000 paycheck next week. You're pushing for $3 million in the bank in many years.
Well, and there's all these arguments, and I go back and forth on both of them. Of should you be putting that into stocks? So your tax burden is less. You know what I mean? If your company matches your money, invest in that. That is free money.
Yeah.
That is essentially your money.
Yeah.
Plus the interest, and the money they paid is paying a part of your tax bill.
We match dollar for dollar up to 5%. So if you put
whatever you can get,
let's say you make $100,000 a year and you put 5% in, I'm putting 5% in. You literally just doubled your money.
Well, and
doubled your money. You put in 5.
I don't want to get off track. I'm trying to think about what I want to say here. After Thanksgiving, we had like the biggest Black Friday in, I don't remember how many years it was. Maybe it was ever spent.
Yeah.
How can the economy be shit if people are record spending? Because they're putting it on credit cards and they're making bad decisions. Right?
Well, I don't think the economy's shit.
I don't either.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, based off of what everyone else says, if it is shit and you're still spending money in a bad way, stop spending money in a bad way.
Yeah.
Your daughter doesn't need a brand new truck for Christmas.
Right.
She doesn't need $1,500 earrings for Christmas for her to be happy. People, I think, and to your point about the investing side and everything, people need to have a more realistic expectation of what their life is and what it is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people just live in this fallacy of, I have to have more than you. I have to live at the same,
I think some of that's age
as you. I think it is too, but I see it constantly. And then I see people, I'm missing my rent this month. I'm missing my house payment this month. I'm missing this and that and that. It's like, dude, stop spending money.
Yeah.
Stop spending money.
Well, I think there's a
know
lot
we're
of
off
people
topic,
that
but
listen to the media too much, and the media says the economy's bad. But like for me, and I'm not an economist.
I'm not either.
But for me,
I can see what the
I
fuck's
always
going
judge
on.
the economy by the federal interest rate.
Oh, that's a bad way to do it too.
For me, if the federal interest rate is high, the economy is doing well.
Looks good today, don't it?
Yeah. If the federal interest rate is low, they're trying to spur spending, which means the economy is bad. And I know there's a lot more that goes on to it than that, but it's like until the feds dramatically cut the rate, you'll never convince me the economy's bad. It's just people let the media steer them wrong, is all it is. And the media is driven to make a president look good or look bad, make an administration look good or look bad.
I've been thinking about that a lot lately, about what the media... Well, let's just talk about it. CBS is getting killed because they're misreporting, right? 60 Minutes also got killed when they doctored the Kamala Harris tape.
Yep.
Okay? What does that tell you?
They have an agenda.
It tells you that they will side with whoever they think they need to side with to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's because what I think is the government really does control most of the media, regardless of what side it's on, and it keeps us divided and it keeps us held down. I think that's a lot of it. I think that people are afraid to grow and expand and change their mindset when they are so afraid. Yeah. And so I think what they do is they use the media to keep people, like you were saying, with the economy down, keep them so afraid that they're afraid to try something new. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They're afraid to push their boundaries, and it keeps us all kind of trapped down with the slow growth.
Yep.
I don't know.
Erica Kirk, she's...
That broad is crazy as hell.
Yeah, she's catching a lot of crossfire right now, and I don't know how to make heads or tails of it yet. But
it's because you can't.
Yeah, it's very hard to. But she did say something really profound the other day, and that is that low class people in the low income brackets, they put way too much faith in the government, and they put way too much faith in the president to solve their problems. And she was asked, like, if you could get any message at all to the lower class, what would it be? And she was basically saying the government's not your friend. The government is there to keep you from dying, but they're not there to help you flourish. And so the moment you realize the government's not going to help you flourish, and that's all from you, that's a big step in the right direction. You start stepping away from government reliance. And essentially what she was trying to speak to was like people on welfare. There's a lot of people that think they've made it when they get all their welfare lined up and they're maximizing welfare. Like that ain't making it.
That's actually on the downhill slide.
That's the opposite of making it.
Yeah.
You're totally reliant on the government, right? And what's funny is a lot of those people were at No Kings rallies. And it's like, hold on. You don't want a king, but yet feed me, king.
Yeah, you want him to be throwing chickens out.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? What are you talking about?
And so, like, she gets...
Back in the day,
she's
chickens and bread off the wagon. Like,
right.
Take this food.
And she's going to get crushed no matter what she says. She's going to get crushed no matter what she wears. You know, she can't... can't do right
dude,
now.
That whole thing, she walks out and there's fireworks going off, and then, and she's getting crushed by all of these people that are like, oh, if my husband died this and my husband died that. Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, if I die, I want her to move the fuck on and be happy.
Well,
like, you know what I mean? Don't be like a sack of depressed bullshit.
TPUSA was Charlie's vision, his dream, and his legacy.
Yeah.
And
move on, girl.
She's keeping that legacy moving forward. She's doing what Charlie would have wanted her to do.
That's my point.
And everyone's crushing her like they're trying to act like this is her way of mourning. And it's like maybe she's done mourning. Maybe she was so in tune with how effective he was that they knew at any moment he could be assassinated. And so when it happened, she's like, damn it. But we knew this was coming.
But not surprised. Well, right. I mean, and just, we talk about it all the time. People are different emotionally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I lost my mom. It fucked me up for 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, and it was so sudden. If that happened to Mitch, dude, 6 months down the road, he's fine.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
No.
Like, I don't know until I'm in the position.
I'm speaking to it as the way you handle your emotions versus the way I handle mine.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
I'm just using that as an example.
Yeah.
Like, if something bad happens to Mitch, he's able to put it behind him and not take it personally and move forward, regardless of what it is.
Yeah, it's a thing that happened.
I'm not that way.
Yeah.
She may not be that way.
Yeah.
Janine is not that way.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen her cry like 4 times, and I've known her 30 years.
Yep.
You know what I mean? She's just not that way.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay for someone... What I don't understand is, it's okay for someone to live their life and do what they want, how they want to do it. What the fuck does it matter to you?
Well, and it's also a great example for this show. Staying motivated. She's financially set. She could shut down...
She was set before, probably.
Right. She could shut down TPUSA, and she could live monetarily. She has the means to live the rest of her life at a higher level than 99% of Americans.
Oh, shit. She could just go around giving speeches about self-motivation and make maybe 7 figures.
Right. And so she is choosing to keep moving the targets and to keep expanding the goals and to make TPUSA into everything that Charlie wanted it to be. Like, she's taken that challenge on herself, right? That is how she stays motivated. Through the time of what most people would back out, give up, shut down shop, say it was a good run, but we got all the money we needed, we're comfortable, and we're backing out.
Yeah.
So that's ultimately what you're talking about, is your business gets to a point where it's providing for you 2x, 3x better than it was when you were working for somebody else, and you think you've made it. Well, you've only made it to the destination you set for yourself. And you didn't come this far to come this far, to only come this far.
Yeah,
right?
We tell guys in TWO that all the time. You
Right.
didn't come this far just to be
Just
here,
to stop
did you?
now.
What do you want to do? Do you want to just be stagnant?
Right.
Well, no. Well, then you need to set some higher expectations. What's the next level? Well, I don't know. Well, you need to fucking think about that.
Right.
Decide, what is it going to be?
Right. You didn't come this far just to stay at a 2-truck company. You didn't come this far to stay at a 3-truck company. You didn't come this far to stay at $1 million company.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you got to get really fucking uncomfortable to grow it even further, but that uncomfortable makes the reward that much better.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody feels good about winning something that they don't feel they earned. Nobody feels good about that. So, prime example.
5% do, but they're losers. You're right.
Prime
I get what
example.
you're saying. 100% get what you're saying.
The best of contests.
Okay.
The best of is...
You talking about plumbers in an area?
Yeah.
Is that what you're... Okay.
Yeah, the best of is a marketing agency. And they go into all these different regions, locations, and they come out with their best of list. And they've got, hundreds of different businesses, hundreds of different services. And you can sign your business up to be nominated for the best of Jackson County or the best of Kansas City or the best of whatever.
Fucking Jackson County.
And it's literally it's a marketing agency is all they are.
Yeah, they're a marketing agency that knows that 95% of the people that they suck in and get paid, that pay them, don't care and aren't going to use the marketing going forward.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, and so what it comes down to is they'll work with local publications, like for us it's the Examiner and the KC Star, and
Pitch, things like that.
Yeah. And so you basically, it's a popularity contest. It's not actually who's the best, right? You could have a 4.2 star plumber that beats out a 5-star plumber, but he just got more people. He had a bigger social media
guys,
following.
Vote for me.
Go! You could vote every day. Vote for me.
I'm not saying that's bad, because that's actually good, because it forces them to be on social media and they get work from it. So, for those guys,
just read into it for what it is.
Good for
it's
those
a marketing agency, and it's a popularity contest. You aren't actually the best. You just got more people to vote for you, right? It's student council.
You could be both. You could be both.
You could
be both.
But
student council, that's a great reference.
I mean, that's what it is. But you'll see people bragging, like you'll see people, don't get me wrong, we did the best of things for a couple of years, and, and we would win and we would brag because we would use it for the mileage that you can get for the advertising and social media.
That was my point.
There's other people that hang their hat on nope, I made it. I'm now the best plumber in my area.
They give up on marketing.
And it's like, no, that was just a silly marketing contest. And undoubtedly, every time when you win, here they come. For $189, you can get a plaque, and for $249, you can get a plaque and a digital mention. And for $500, you can get a plaque, a digital mention, and we'll actually print you in the paper.
You know what? You can go down to the trophy place in Blue Springs and have any fucking plaque you made.
You can buy,
you could just pay a little bit of advertising money, write up your own thing, and put it out there.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so, all of that stuff is just more along the line. It's just marketing stuff. And so once you see through it, don't hang your hat on that, right? Stay motivated to your cause, not what somebody else thinks of you. And I think that's what Erica Kirk's doing with carrying on the legacy there. I think it's a great analogy for what we're talking about. Granted, it's a much bigger scale.
Oh, yeah.
But still, they grew that business to a point where it's very healthy and very comfortable. And they could give up.
Or sell it
but
off.
They're putting gas to the fire and making it even bigger.
Well, it's like Trump, right? He's got all this money, he's all this and blah, 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 and he just wants to be president, to have power. You ever think he just wants to make a change?
He may, yeah.
You're right. He has the money. He doesn't have to fucking do it.
Right.
Why would I? To be honest, this is one of the things that kind of fucks me up about him is like, dude, do you realize you could just be like doing whatever you want?
Right.
Like,
yeah, Musk was more noble with his efforts in Doge than Trump has been with his efforts as the president.
Well, yeah.
Because Musk, like, the only conflict there is
government funding
for SpaceX and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But I think regardless, he could have played either side and got what he wanted, because at the beginning, when, before the libtards lost their mind and went anti-Tesla, like if he just would have been like, I'll be in your pocket here, help me with this funding and stuff, he could have grown Tesla to 4x.
Right.
But he didn't. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I kind of see the reverse argument there. But like, dude, how would you like to be shot at and like completely ridiculed every day?
Yeah.
For fucking 12 years when you're worth, I don't know what he's worth.
Yeah.
$1 billion, 500 million. Does it really fucking matter? No. And he's still doing it.
Yeah.
Like, to your point earlier about this speaks to the show topic, like, he just continually finds a way. What's motivating him now? My guess is he actually wants to make America better.
Yeah. And
he's tired of everyone's bullshit.
Yeah.
In your little business, in your little plumbing business, not you, I'm saying in general.
Yep.
Like, you've made $1 million this year. Why do you want to make it to $2 million?
Right.
Well, maybe because at $2 million, you could put a CEO in place and basically be on vacation.
Yeah.
Or open another location.
Right.
Or, you know what I mean? What I think, and we talked about goals earlier, I think people completely underestimate what they can do. Like you said, you can underestimate what you can do in 5 years. I think maybe it's even smaller than that.
Right.
Like you could have 4 locations.
Yeah.
You may be a leader of men and don't even fucking realize it.
Right. Right.
You don't know until you get there.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that they started their own business to make more money, and then once they make a little bit more money, they all of a sudden develop this false nobility of like, I'm set, I don't need any more money. And it's like, okay, it wasn't about the money to begin with. You wanted freedom. You wanted liberty to run things the way you thought they should be ran, not because you're selfish and not because you want the power, but because you truly believed that you had a better way of running things. You truly believed that employees working for you are happier than employees working for somebody else.
Yeah, and you weren't taking advantage of little Granny Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever it was.
Right. And so, like, don't let some false nobility come in and try to say, like, you don't need this extra money. You do need it, because look at the positive changes you've been able to make with the extra money you've been given so far. What's to think that would stop? You know what I mean? So
and the fear of the unknown.
I had a guy similar to like you, investing and keeping your bank account small because you're putting a lot in investments.
You and I talked about this the other day on one of our calls.
It
was a great point.
We talked about some guy having a high point in his bank account. One of our TradeWinds members is doing very well and getting comfortable, and they have a high point, like they've got gobs of money in their bank account. We suggested to him to move a lot of it out to a corporate savings account so that the bank account that he's looking at every day is never at a comfortable level. Like, when you get up to a high point, you withdraw it all the way down to the low point, and you go put it in savings. Well, now you're looking at a bank account with a low point in it, and the goal is to get it back to the high point. And the moment you get it back to the high point, you yank it all out to the low point, and you put it all back in savings.
Yeah.
And the idea is to keep you motivated, like watching that account grow. But once that account gets to a certain point, you get comfortable, and your psyche tells you it doesn't need to keep growing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like
subconsciously, yeah.
It's kind of like Google reviews. A lot of guys work their ass off to get to 100 Google reviews, and then they take their foot off the throttle.
I made it to 100, man.
And it's like, keep going.
First off, 100 is noble. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
That first 100, come on.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Good job.
Yeah. And like, we're knocking on the door of 1,300, and it's like, okay, I could be comfortable, but yet I look around town and we've got competitors that are 3, 4, 5. We got one that's 15,000 Google reviews.
I can't believe you got that many. You hack?
Yeah. Yeah. You hack. But
of course, I'm kidding.
It's just interesting how people choose a false feeling of nobility for reasons to take their foot off the gas.
The old saying, your mind will play tricks on you.
Yeah.
Like, it's more true, I think, than people realize. And not just, it's dark out, I can't tell what that is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, I've made it. I'm fine. Everything's going to be great from here on out.
Right.
Is it?
Might not be.
Maybe it's not as bad
Right.
as you think it is either.
Right.
You know what I mean? The importance of setting those goals. Write them down.
Yeah.
Is the goal met? Well, no, but not but. Did you meet the goal? Yes. Set a new one.
Yeah.
If the answer's no, keep pushing.
Yep.
Sometimes I bring this up with the guys all the time, and I think I bring it up a lot on the podcast too. I've got to have a list. My list are goals for the day.
Yeah.
Goals for the month, goals for 6 months, goals for a year. You know, when you make that year-long goal and it's like, okay, I want to make $100,000. Well, what's $100,000 divided by 12?
83.33.
I said $100,000.
Yeah. 8,300.
Oh, I thought you said 83,000. I'm sorry.
No, $8,333 a month is $100,000 a year.
Yeah, what's that divided by the day? Like you can work any problem backwards.
Yeah.
I like the 1 year goal regardless because it allows you to transpire 2 year, 3 year, 5 year. You know, if you go to year 2, I want to grow 10% off of that goal if I met it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 3 year, I want to grow 20% of the 1 year goal. Math seems to make a lot of sense to me when it comes to, you know, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it allows me to have a daily.
Yeah.
What am I trying to make here? What am I trying to make for the week? What am I trying to make for the month? What am I trying to make for, you know, the quarter?
Well, and
it just it makes it very easy for overthinkers like myself to understand what's happening, I guess, is probably a real way to say it.
Me being a numbers guy.
Yeah, you are a super numbers guy.
We got our business, we grew in top line revenue every year up until this year. And we were coming up against a plateau. And I knew it. And so solving the top line revenue plateau is a hard problem to solve. And so I knew it may take a while. And so this year I diverted our focus on, okay, we may or may not do as much or more revenue than we did last year. But we will absolutely make more profit than we did last year. So that became my goal this year. In other words, to increase top-line revenue, you have to increase lead generation and you have to increase your sales performance.
You have to increase overhead.
Sometimes.
Usually.
Sometimes. But bottom line, like how efficient are you with the money, right? A lot of people hang on the claim that it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep.
Oh, I 100% buy into that.
Do $1 million a year, but you only keep 10% of it, you only made $100,000. But if you do $1 million a year and you keep 20% of it, well, now you just doubled the same million in work. So the top line revenue is like how much energy you're expelling to create the money. The net income that you keep after taxes and paying your bills and everything else, that's how efficient you were with that money. And so knowing that we were coming up against a natural plateau on the top line revenue side of things, I diverted all of my attention this year to the bottom side of things, the net side of things, and the company will do probably a tad bit less revenue than we did last year, but it will profit twice as much.
Yeah.
And like that's how you find ways to keep goals through periods of stagnation. It takes a while to break through some of these plateaus. There's a lot of people out there that will say getting to your first million was so much easier than going from 1 million to 5 million. Like easy to bring a company into existence and get it to $1 million in revenue.
Yeah.
Hard to take $1 million company to 5 million.
Man, plumbing, like the 1 to 1.2, the 1.2 to 1.4, the 1.4 to 1.6. Like we see it on a daily.
Yeah.
Like you've almost said have bitched about it every year, but you haven't. It's just been like, okay, I'm at this plateau. I'm at this plateau. I'm at this plateau. Every year it's another, you know, but that first million, piece of cake.
Easy. Right.
You know, and my guess is once you hit 1.8, it's easy to go from 1.8 to 2.5.
Yeah.
So, there's going to be a give there somewhere.
Well, and so the other thing that happens is when you focus on the net profit side of things, it makes you look at different things of the business that make you a better business owner, that make it easier to break that top line plateau.
Yeah.
So you start telling yourself things like, we could never do without that expense. I have to have that expense. Well, how do you know until you try? Cut the expense out and see if you can make do. Things like that.
Yeah.
And so we've been doing that, and we're gonna be within $100,000 of where we were last year on top line revenue, but net profit is literally double from where it was last year.
Man, too bad you sold.
And and so now it's like, okay, yeah, I sold, but I'm still part owner. And so now it's like, okay, look at what we can do now, because I've got other people that are managing some of this stuff and other people that are shouldering some of these decisions and all of that stuff. And so the company will now grow tremendously, and it's because I've brought in other people to help push through the plateau, realizing that I'm a little bit more of a founder and a little bit less of a CEO. I
100% agree.
When you only analyze those two, right?
No, I know you were looking for me to say something there, and I was just thinking he's 100% right.
Yeah.
I know you very well.
Yeah.
You are 100% correct.
100% of a small number is
a small number.
But 10% of a massive number can easily be bigger than 100% of a small number.
Yeah. People
right?
want to get caught up on percentages sometimes. Percentages are very important, but sometimes a smaller percentage of a bigger pie is a bigger piece of pie.
Right. Some people look at I'm going to sell off 30% of my business. Oh, yeah. Some people say I'm going to sell off 30% of my business. Okay, cool. Well, I don't want to sell off 30%. I want to maintain ownership. Okay, but what is that other 30% bringing to the table? If they're bringing something to the table that is valuable that you can't bring to the table, then it's worth it.
Yeah.
Because now your business will grow 100% of that number is smaller than 70% of a number that's twice as large as that.
Yeah.
And so you bring in other people, you sell off 30%, you bring in other people, they double the size of your business.
You could be making the same fucking money.
Yeah. With a lot less headache.
And doing 90% less work.
Right.
I need someone to buy TradeWinds.
Yeah. It's not sellable yet.
No, it's not.
But
are you kidding me? I would
Yeah.
lose my mind if I couldn't be a part of this.
We're going to wrap this thing up here. I know we've kind of gone long, but these are the kind of long, boring conversations that you have to have with yourself in order to maintain excitement through the comfortable periods. And so take everything that you've learned today and figure out a way to put some goals in front of yourself for next year. If you haven't started your company, start your fucking company. If you started your company but you're still a one-truck shop, be a three-man shop by the end of next year. If you're a three-man shop and you want to be a six-man shop, make it happen. Put the things in place to make it happen. Don't just sit there and say, well, maybe one day.
Dude, if you're doing...
Maybe if the money just shows up and I'll do it.
If you're doing $70,000 a month and you're somehow losing money, you join TradeWinds.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah, we fix those problems, right?
That's a fuck ton of money. You shouldn't be losing money.
If you're putting the same amount of money in the bank at $30,000 a month in revenue as you are at $70,000 a month in revenue, you got some problems, and we can help fix those.
God.
So there's nothing worse than doubling your top line revenue and making the same cookie at the end of the year, the same net profit.
It's a real
That
kick
sucks.
in the nuts.
Yep. So
wrap us up, buddy.
until next time, guys, we will see you later.
It's